High school baseball is back on Beaver Media and the Daleville Prep channel. Today from Carroll, Florida, the 1A Regional, as the Daleville Broncos take on the Rossville Hornets. Good afternoon. Hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again this afternoon as we get set for the second semifinal game in this 1A Regional. Game one this morning was won by Union City as they knocked off Covington by a final of just 2-1. So the winner of today's second semifinal game, about 10 minutes away, is going to take on Union City tonight for a regional championship and a trip to the Final Four in their class. This is a fantastic matchup on paper. You've got two of the top 10 teams in the coaches' poll here. Daleville tied for 6th in the final poll. Rossville number 8 in the final rankings of the regular season. Terry Turner's Broncos come in at 18-9 overall. Hornets of Rossville under Brad Scott at 18-10. Daleville, the hotter team, if you will. The Broncos have won 6 games in a row, including all 3 sectional whitewashes. Rossville lost their final game of the regular season, but won 3 straight to cop their sectional title on Memorial Day. 2 outstanding teams, 2 outstanding pitchers taking the ball today for their ball clubs. It'll be Kelton Saylor going for the Hornets of Rossville. And as you might imagine, it's going to be Evan Etchison going for Daleville. The right-handed sophomore is 8-2 on the year, and he's got some healthy stats, but so does Saylor. Saylor is 0-2 through the regular season, but a 2.69 ERA, just over 28 innings pitched, 9 walks, 29 Ks. Those are pretty good numbers for most starting pitchers, including young Mr. Kelton Saylor. We talked briefly about Evan Etchison. All he's done this year is go 8-2, 2.29 ERA, 55 innings of work with 12 walks and 54 strikeouts, 2 shutouts in the sectional, 1 over Cowan, 1 on Memorial Day evening Monday night over Southern Wells when he missed a perfect game by 1 chopper to third base. Other than that, he was masterful with no walks and 8 strikeouts in that win over Southern Wells in the sectional title contest. Teams are being introduced on the field. That means we aren't very far away from the start of this game. We have a mostly cloudy sky. It's a little on the muggy side now. Very little wind, just a light breeze blowing in right now. Probably no rain to come, hopefully. And a little bit on the muggy side with temperatures over 70 now. The first game this morning was a little cool. This one this afternoon will be traditional Indiana June mugginess here in Flora, Indiana at Carroll High School. We'll take our first break. When we come back, the starting lineups, the opening pitch of this one on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Don't go away.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the 1A Regional in Carroll High School, Flora, Indiana. Brian Beaver along with you. Good to have you along. Thanks for lending me your ears wherever you are around the world. For Daleville today, here's how they'll bat. Josh Price will lead off and play right field. Max Stecker hits in the 2-hole. He's the shortstop. Ryan Hale, the center fielder, in the 3-hole. The cleanup man is Peyton Smith, who will play second base today. Jared Waldermeyer will bat 5th and play position 5 at third base. He'll be followed in the 6-hole by Ethan Pittsford, the Daleville catcher. Caden Gothrop will play left field and bat in the 7 position. He'll be followed by the pitcher, Evan Etchison, the team's leading hitter on the season. And in the 9-hole, the first baseman, Jimmy Bowen. They'll be taking their hacks today against right-hander Kelton Saylor of Rossville. 0-2, 2.69 ERA. Those are regular season numbers. He throws his final warm-up toss. They'll flip the ball around the infield. We're just about set to go with Josh Price coming to the plate. Defensively for Rossville, Douglas in left, Price in center, Rodkey in right. On the infield, it's Soyseth, Jacoby, Grizzle, and Terrell, third to first. Beard is the catcher, and the man with the ball in his hands all day, Kelton Saylor. We're about set to go here in Flora, Indiana, on a cloudy, muggy afternoon. We're going to get underway a couple of minutes ahead of schedule today. Josh Price, a .398 hitter, will take his first look at the first pitch of the day, and he's swinging and fouls it back right away. And we're underway at 12:56 Eastern Daylight Time. Josh having a terrific season, .398, a home run, 16 RBIs. Here comes the next one from Saylor. It's low, and the count evens 1-1. Price, Stecker, Hale, and maybe more in the first, depending on what Daleville does against Kelton Saylor. His wind up the 1-1 is a fastball, a called strike, and it's 1-2. Third baseman, Soyseth, was in on the grass. Now with a 2-strike count, he'll back up and play even with the bag and even with the cutout. Defensively straight away in the outfield. Price takes a pitch in the dirt. It's 2-2. Nice day for a ball game. Rossville, of course, knocked Daleville out of the tournament on this diamond this weekend a year ago. Here's the 2-2. Foul tip. Price stays alive, and that took a bite out of the catcher Beard. He's down on his knees and his hands and his helmet. He really took a bite out of that one. Catchers just take a beating at every level of baseball. The trainer here out on the diamond now to take a look at him. He's hunched over and on his knees and with his helmet off now, just trying to get some air. Terry Turner comes over during the break in play and gets a little high-five action from what I've got to believe are his grandsons. One of them eating a hard-boiled egg. You got to love baseball. We're just underway, and 5 pitches into the game, we've got a break in play for the catcher from Rossville, who took that foul tip in a place he didn't want to get it. Obviously an unprotected part of his body. Not sure where it got him. But he's still being tended to. Corbin Beard is his full name. He's a junior. And they're talking to him, and he's still now up on his spikes, but in a deep crouch, and now he's looking up and starting to get a little air, little something to drink maybe, and hopefully he'll be just fine and continue. I'd hate to see a player have to leave the game. One hitter into the regional semifinal. He's up now standing, and I think he's going to be all right. Hopefully he'll continue in this game. Coming into this game, Daleville winners of 6 in a row, 3 wins in a row for Rossville. Daleville batting .314 as a team. Hornets are right there with them at .312. Where the Hornets aren't with them is in the power category. A lot more home runs hit by Daleville than Rossville. Rossville is more of a singles doubles team. So Beard up now, walking it off, walks halfway up the chute toward first base, and probably wondering, why did I ever play this position? It's a really tough way to make a living on a baseball diamond. He's got his tools back on. He's tough. He's ready to go. And his pitcher, Kelton Saylor, will go back up on the rubber and prepare another 2-2 pitch for Josh Price. We're just underway. Daleville, the visiting team in this game. A year ago, they were the home team here, lost to Rossville. Here's the pitch. Wrapped back out of play over the first base dugout. Good battle here as Price continues to stay alive at 2-2. Josh has had a breakout year as a junior, playing very, very well. Leads the team in hits, if I remember correctly. Here comes the windup, the 2-2. Chopper towards short on a couple hops. Bad hop. Got it. Throws over. Scooped. They got him on a nice play on the back end at first base. One away. Nice scoop by Terrell, the first baseman. 6-3 in the book, and with one down, Max Stecker is the hitter. That last hop to the shortstop, Jacoby, stayed down. 2 big hops and then the little worm burner, and he just did stop it. Stecker in there at 388 for the season. No homers, 9 ribbies. Team leader in steals with 25. If you're Rossville, you don't want him on at all. The first pitch is high, ball 1. Stecker, then Hale. Smith in the hole if they can get down that far. Here in the top of the first. The wind up in the deal. It's a low fastball. 2-0 to Stecker. I'd like to thank Camden Parkhurst, the athletic director here at Carroll and Flora, the host of the regional, for their hospitality. Next pitch is way upstairs, and Stecker is in the catbird seat, 3-0. This is a tough place for me to call a game. I am looking at it sideways. I'm almost to the bullpen on the third base side, so bear with me. Here comes the pitch. Stecker shortens and takes a strike. First game today came down to one miscue. It was a ground ball to the second baseman who let it go through his legs. 2 earned runs scored, and that was it. Next one, way upstairs. Stecker takes ball 4. He's hustling to first as if he might make a turn, and he'll stop there. So a 1-out free pass for Max Stecker. I just told you a moment ago, with 25 stolen bases, you don't want him on base if you're Rossville. Now you got to deal with him. Saylor will go to the stretch, and here comes the dangerous Ryan Hale. 354, a team leading 4 homers and team best 30 RBIs for the senior, who's going to Huntington University next year. Right-hand hitter. Here's the pitch. Runner bluffs, swing and a miss. Daleville offensively in the sectional caught fire early in each of the games. They had an 11-run first on Monday night in the sectional title game. Looking to get on the board here. Hale pops this one up over into the first base dugout. Looks like it may stay in play. The catcher, Beard, comes down and makes the catch, and that's 2 down. Nice play by Beard. That brings in Peyton Smith, and he's the red-hot Peyton Smith. 700 during the sectional. 7 out of 10 for the guy they call Pete. Season average up to 357 now with a couple homers and 26 RBIs. And we'll see if Stecker's going to be going here with 2 away. Pete, a stocky right-hand hitter. Strong. Gets his first look at Saylor. Here's the pitch. Runner going. It's a strike. Throw down is not going to get him. Stolen base for Max Stecker. 26 of them now on the year. He's only been caught 3 times. And Daleville has a chance now with a runner in scoring position and 2 down in the top of the first. Just a single would get it done. The grass here is very thick. Any ball that gets to the grass dies fast, no matter how hard you hit it. Smith looking out. Saylor looking in. Here comes the 0-1. It's in the dirt. Good block. Stecker heading for third. Throw down. It's by the third baseman. Stecker up. He's going to head for home. He's going to score. 1-0 Daleville. Stolen base. E2, run on the board in the first for the Broncos. Stecker did what a good base runner does. He had a good secondary lead. As soon as it was in the dirt, he took off. So a wild pitch, E2, and a 1-1 count to Smith with no one on. And next fastball is about 7 feet high. Beard has to come up out of his crouch to get it. And the count runs to 2-1. So a wild pitch and throwing error, not a stolen base. Make sure we're correct there. Here's the next one. Hit in the air to left field. Misplayed. It's over his head. It's going to go to the wall. Smith around first. Smith will chug into second base with a stand-up double. The left fielder, Douglas, froze momentarily and then realized it was hit hard over his head, took off, and it was too late. That's a double. First hit of the day by Daleville, and with a 1-0 lead already, it'll be Jared Waldermeyer. So we've had a hit, a run, and an error already, and a steal of second by Stecker, which set up the first run of the day. Jared Waldermeyer, the batter, playing third today. 354 for the season. Sailor from the stretch. Pitch home, a beauty, a fastball knee high for a strike. 3 homers, 27 RBIs for Waldermeyer. He's had a nice season. Still going strong. Here comes the next one. On a line, now on the baseman. He's got it on one hop and throws him out. Easily done. Nice play by Grizzle over to Terrell, and that does it in the first for Daleville on a 4-3 putout. Not before Daleville gets a run, though, on a hit, an error. They leave a man at second base. We played a half inning here in Carroll, Flora. Daleville 1, Rossville coming to bat on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who do you meet? When you're working for a mover and shaker with strong ties to our community, who are they? When you encounter a group of people eager to roll up their sleeves, who are you most likely to work with? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Taking the initiative, being a good teammate, sacrificing personal glory for the greater good. These are qualities we expect of our leaders, and they're all being cultivated in the high schools right here in Indiana. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ballpark. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Daleville has gotten on the board, and they lead Rossville 1-0 in this one. Dawson Jacoby, Evan Price, and Kelton Saylor in the home half of the first for the Hornets of Rossville, and their coach, Brad Scott, who coaches third. We had a nice chat with him earlier today. Getting their first look at Evan Etchison will set him defensively for you momentarily. Etchison ready into his windup, and the first pitch of the day is hit in the air to straightaway center right at Ryan Hale. That's room service and one down. One pitch, one away. That'll bring in Evan Price. Defensively for the Broncos, Gothrop in left, Hale in center, Price in right, Waldermeyer, Stecker, Smith, and Bowen infield, third to first. Pittsford, the catcher, and Etchison on the mound. He'll face the left-handed hitting Evan Price for the first time today. And he starts him with a strike. Monday night's gem by Etchison, 5 innings, 50 pitches, 1 hit, no walks, 8 Ks, 1 hop from a perfect game. Curveball taken for a strike, Price behind 0-2. Evan is just pounding the zone right now. He's really in a groove. Way ahead 0-2. Let's see if he goes for him right here. Foul ball back to the screen as Price just flicked his bat out and stayed alive. Still 0-2. Flag in left center field, just gently moving, no more than a few miles an hour. Here comes another pitch from Etchison. Worked him outside. Good take by Price to make it 1-2. Kelton Saylor, the Rossville pitcher, waiting in the on-deck circle. The windup and the pitch from Etchison. Slapped in the air again. Out in left center field, it's going to be down between Gothrop and Hale for a hit, but they do a nice job cutting it off, and it's a one-out single instead of a double for Evan Price. Not especially hard hit. Just flicked it out there and got it down. 1 on, 1 away for Kelton Saylor. Second straight left-handed hitter. Now Etchison over in the stretch now for the first time today, and a good lead at first by Price. Here comes the pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. Saylor, a .268 hitter through the regular season. Stares out at his counterpart, Evan Etchison. Set at the chest, brings it home. Fastball up and away, it's 2-0. The only what I would call bad start of Etchison's career was here a year ago when Rossville beat him up pretty good in the regional. But he's got 16 career wins, and he knows how to pitch. There's a pitch up and away, and it's 3-0 now to Kelton Saylor, and you got to be careful here to the 3-hole hitter. With a man at first, bottom of the first, 1-0 Daleville lead, but the tying run at first in Evan Price. Here comes the pitch. Called strike. Make it 3-1. If you're the pitcher here, you just want a ground ball and a twin killing and get out of here. Etchison ready, brings it home. Upstairs, ball 4. First walk of the day by Etchison. That'll move Price down to second base. 2 men on, 1 away for the cleanup man, Corbin Beard. Beard taking his time to get ready. Right-hand hitter. Now he's set to go. He's got his teammates Price at second, Saylor at first, with 1 away in the home half of inning number 1. Etchison takes his time, brings it home. Hit in the air, deep, left center field. Gothrop and Hale closing. Gothrop says, give it to me. He makes the catch, runner's bluff, and that's 2 down. Nice play in left center field by the freshman. And with 2 down and 2 on, Adam Terrell is the batter for the Hornets. Terrell, a .321 hitter. He's a big guy. I walked by him on the way to the conference room, and he's a big piece of work. Right-handed hitter, probably strong as an ox. Can't catch up to the fastball. Etchison blew it by him, 0-1. That had some giddy up on it. Evan trying to wiggle out here and take a donut to the next inning. Here's the pitch. Beauty, taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. Runners at first and second for the Hornets as they trail 1-0 in the early going. Etchison has his sign, brings it to the plate. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Take a seat, buddy. Etchison with his first punch out of the day, and that does it for the Hornets here in their half of the first inning. No runs, a hit, a walk. They leave 2. We're through an inning complete. In Flora, it's Daleville leading Rossville 1-0 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. In fact, 30 of the 32 first-round picks in last year's NFL draft played more than one sport in high school. Of the 32 players drafted, 22 also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. What's the path to success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be? Study hard, always do your best, and if you can, play more than one sport in high school. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We head for the second inning in Flora. 1A regional semifinal. Daleville 1, Rossville nothing in the Battle of the Villes. Top of the second, it'll be Pittsford, Gothrop, and Etchison for Daleville. This is an interesting matchup in a lot of ways. Rossville, last year's state runner-up. Daleville, the state champion the year before that. Both very good 1A programs. Pittsford will get his first look at Kelton Saylor, who's into his motion, and he brings it home low, ball 1. 261 for the season, no homers, 19 ribbies for Ethan, the catcher. Here's the windup and the next one. Did it hit him or his bat? He's going to say it hit his arm. Plate umpire says, head down to first, son. A little bit of a gift there for Daleville. Let's see what they do with it. We'll almost certainly have a courtesy runner, and there he goes. That's going to be Blaine Teig. Running for Pittsford. So the leadoff man aboard here in the second for Daleville. That brings up Caden Gothrop. Hello to his folks in Kentucky if they're listening today. I know they have in the past. Good to have you along if you're with us down there in the Bluegrass State. In fact, wherever you are, this is such a cool technology. We were talking in the Rossville dugout about how you can broadcast to the whole world from the middle of nowhere or Flora, which is close to nowhere sometimes, depending on who you ask. It's a nice little small town here in Carroll County. I like coming here. It's a nice, quaint little town. Terry Turner with a very quick conversation with Caden Gothrop. Now Caden's ready to go. Kelton Saylor will have to go to the stretch now with Blaine Teig at first base. Let's see if they do anything with him. Showing bunt, missing the fastball. The take, it was upstairs. It's a good take to make it 1-0. Gothrop has played well for a ninth grader. And this Daleville team, in fact, both these teams are built for the future. They have mostly underclassmen starters and mostly underclassmen run producers. The cupboard is full. High set. Here comes the next one. Again, Gothrop squares. Again, it's high, and it's 2-0. Caden at 211 for the year with 6 RBIs, but his job is to move runners, occasionally steal a base, play a good defensive left field. He squares again, takes. This one is a strike. He's still ahead 2-1. Daleville is an aggressive team. They will run. They steal a lot of bases. They lead here 1-0 in the second. Gothrop squares. This time he can't get the ball going by. He's kind of surged at the ball, which is not what you want to do. And it's 2-2 now. And we'll see if Turner coach down at third will just turn him loose here with 2 strikes. I got a feeling he will. Short lead for Teig at first. Saylor's pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. Good crowd up here from Daleville today. And a really good crowd across the way on the first base side from Rossville. They're just down the road about 15 minutes or so. Saylor brings it home. Swing, foul tip, held on. It's a strikeout, 1 away.
Now coming to play for the Broncos, the pitcher, number 7, Evan Etchison.
That'll bring up Evan Etchison. First K of the day for Kelton Saylor. Kelton spelled with a K, by the way. And Etchison, the team leading hitter at 421 and dangerous in the box with a homer and 22 ribeyes. He's a first pitch swinger, fouls it back behind the plate. Evans had a terrific season on both the mound and in the batter's box. He worked awful hard in the offseason on his offense. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball, back to the mound. Throw to second for one. Short relay to first. They got them both. 1-6-3. Double play. Inning over just that fast. The double play is the pitcher's best friend, and he comes for a visit right there. For Daleville, no runs, no hits. A hit by pitch. They leave no one on base. We're through an inning and a half in Flora in the 1A Regional. Daleville still leading Rossville. It's 1-0 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players. The terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
It's Daleville 1, Rossville 0 as we move to the bottom of the second inning here in Flora, Indiana. Thanks for being along for the ride today. 6, 7, and 8 in the order for Rossville. First pitch of the inning is a bullet for a strike from Evan Etchison to Mark Soyseth. Soyseth, Nolan Starkey, Gabe Grizzle for the Hornets here in the home second against Evan Etchison. Into his motion. Next one lined into the crowd across the way. Hope someone didn't get hurt over there. That was a bullet just above the fence into the seats. It looks like everyone's okay. I don't see any white flags. Quickly 0-2. That was a rocket. The fence along the sides here at Carroll Flora is 4 feet high. So if you're sitting anywhere nearby, you can get nailed. Next one home is high and away, and the count is 1-2. The outfield fence is your typical 8-footer. Etchison ready into his windup. Left one in the dirt, took something off, and it's 2-2. Broncos got their run in the first. Hornets taking their second look at Etchison. They did all their damage a year ago, the second and third time through the order against him. He really did a nice job the first time. Here's one, hit in the air down the right field line. Tough chance. Price over. It's down. It's a fair ball, but it's only going to be a single. Price with a nice job to cut it off instead of letting it go all the way to the wall. Leadoff single for Soyseth. Second hit of the game by the Hornets, and it brings in the designated hitter, Nolan Starkey, who bats for the left fielder, Reed Douglas. We'll see if Soyseth is going to run at all. He's got a good-sized lead over there. Etchison set at the chest, brings it home. Works him high, ball one. Defensively, Broncos are playing to pull in left. pretty much straight away in the other two spots. Runner going, swing and a miss, throw down. They've got a chance to get him. He's going to be out. 2-4, caught stealing, one away. Nice peg by Pittsford. Smith had it in plenty of time to slap the tag on Soyseth. Pitch was a strike, and here comes the 1-1 delivery from Etchison, now in the windup again. Popped up, foul ground, first base side. There's room over there. Can Bowen get it? Yes. Jimmy hauls it in. Look at Pete Smith hustle all the way to the fence on a play he knew he didn't have to do anything except watch. That kid hustles. And quickly, that's 2 away. Very few players would run 100 feet just in case it pops out of a teammate's glove. Gabe Grizzle, the batter. Now he calls for time and gets it. Grizzle hitting with no one on now and 2 down all of a sudden. He's a .308 hitter for the season. Right-handed. He pops it up on the infield. Right side. Smith, the second baseman, yells, catches, inning over. What a quick second inning for Etchison and Daleville. 9 pitches, and that's it. Hornets hang a bagel on the board for the second inning in a row. No runs, a hit, a caught stealing, nobody left. We head to the third inning in Flora. Daleville still out in front of Rossville, 1-0 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Woohoo.
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in Indiana. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph.
Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Daleville leads 1-0 here in the 1A Regional in Flora, Indiana. As we move to the top of the third, it's 9-1-2 in the Daleville batting order. Jimmy Bowen, then Josh Price and Max Stecker against Kelton Saylor and the Rossville Hornets. And again, the third baseman in on the grass a few steps. And the first pitch home is low, ball 1. Bowen at 154 for the season, 7 RBIs, left-handed hitter. He stares out at Saylor. Here comes the pitch. Lifts it in the air toward left. It looks like it'll stay fair. Now it's in foul ground right in front of me, and he can't catch it. The left fielder, Douglas, couldn't make the play. That might come back to haunt the Hornets. Technically, you can score that an error because it extends the hitter's time at bat, but he ran a long way, and it's high school, so I'm going to catch a break for him. And it'll be a strike and a 1-1 count. What wind there is basically blowing from center field toward third base, but it's very light. Another chance for Jimmy Bowen. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. It's high and away. 2-1. Max Stecker scored the game's only run in the first, and that's where we are right now. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Good cut by Bowen, and it's 2-2. Bowen, one of those young guns, just a sophomore. He'll be making a lot of noise the next few years. Next one, check swing foul. Back to the screen again. He's doing a good job battling. And it's still 2-2. Third inning action. Good crowd on both sides. That's good to see. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Way out in front of a breaking ball, and Bowen is out on strikes for out number 1. Second K of the game for Saylor. Rolls over the batting order, and now the second time through for Daleville as leadoff man Josh Price comes to the plate. Josh grounded out to short his first time. Here's the pitch to him. Fastball, knee-high strike. Winner of this one gets Union City tonight for the championship and a trip to the semi-state. They'll wind up the pitch. Inside, good take by Price, and it's 1-1. Wind up the delivery. High and outside, good eye by Josh. He's up in the count now, 2-1. Saylor has pitched a pretty good game so far for the Hornets. Into his windup and his delivery. Fastball upstairs, and now Price ahead, 3-1. Do you turn him loose? I think I would. With no one on, with a 1-0 lead. One of your better hitters. Here comes the windup, the pitch. He is swinging, and he fouls it back out of play. Bowen struck out to start the inning. Price trying to get a little bit of a rally going here with one away in the third. Now he's back in the box, ready to go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Signed for Saylor, kicks and deals. Ground ball, left side, deep in the hole at short. Nice play. Throw across is not going to be in time. Infield hit for Josh Price. Shortstop Jacoby did a really nice job just getting to the ball in the hole, and his throw was about half a step too late. So 1 down and 1 on for Max Stecker. Second time, taking a look at Saylor, who lollipops a calling card throw to first. Stecker walked and scored the game's only run back in the first inning. And see if he's going to move Price or whether Price might be going. He's not going. Bunt at the plate, bunted through it for a strike. One nothing contest. Bronx over the Hornets here in the third. Pitch home, runner holds. It's a ball. 1-1 the count. Stecker drew a 5-pitch walk in his first trip. He may be laying it down again here. He's hitting away this time, swing and a miss. And he's down in the count, 1-2. Josh Price still over at first. A good lead, but not a great one. Saylor ready with the pitch. Swing and a miss. He fooled Stecker, who chased out of the zone. And that's 2 down. Max swung at a bad pitch. Third strike of the game. Second one of the inning for Kelton Saylor. And with 2 away, Ryan Hale is the hitter now with Price at first. First pitch home is a called strike. Hale popped out to the catcher his first time. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Better to lead now for a Price. Here's one hit in the air to the left center field gap. That could be trouble. It's going to be down. It's going to go to the gap. Here comes Price rounding third. It's extra bases for Hale. Price will come home to score. It's 2-0 Daleville. Josh Price all the way around the bags on a 2-out double by Ryan Hale. RBI number 31 on the season for Hale. And Daleville's lead doubles to 2-0. And that brings in Peyton Smith. Love those 2-out hitting opportunities. I loved him as a player because guys are going on contact. And you get a lot of extra RBIs. Run on the board here in the third. 2-0 now for Daleville. And Pete Smith says, let's get some more. Kelton Saylor, the Rossville pitcher, steps off briefly to reset. Now he's back in, and so is Smith. Hale the lead at second. Here comes the pitch. In the air. Left center field. Looks like the center fielder's play. It is going to be his. And Price makes the catch for the Hornets. But the damage is done by Daleville here in the third inning. They get a run on a couple of hits. They leave a man in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the third at Carroll High School in Flora. Daleville leading now 2-0 over Rossville on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
He worked out early, practiced late, and studied well into the night. The next day, he did it all over again.
She missed time hanging out and socializing with friends so she could make it on time to practices and games.
He became a top student and a confident leader, even as he helped his team win back-to-back conference titles.
She became a role model in her community, even as she led her team to an undefeated season.
And when they finished playing high school sports, what did they do next?
She graduated from college with honors and went to work for a successful company.
He attended graduate school and became a difference maker in his community.
Because that's what student athletes in Indiana do. They use the skills they develop playing high school sports today
to do even bigger things in life tomorrow.
High school sports.
A winning part of a complete education.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's Daleville out in front of Rossville, 2-0 as we go to the home third inning. First pitch hitting in a screaming Mimi line drive foul down the right field line off the bat of Ben Rodke, the leadoff man. 9-1-2 for the Hornets as they trail by a pair. Rodke, then Jacoby and Price behind him. Hornets wearing white pants, bright red jerseys, red helmets, red hats. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball and a beauty. Froze him. Strike two. Daleville wearing white pants with black trim and the black jerseys with Vegas gold lettering today in the first game. Wind up and pitch from Etchison. Check swing. Did he go? They asked down. Yes, he's out. One away. Check swing, strikeout. Second punch out for Evan Etchison, and that rolls over the order and the leadoff man, Dawson Jacoby, who flied to center field his first time today. Jacoby, a right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. First pitch hitting, ground ball to short. Nice play by Stecker to charge, get it on two hops and throw him out. Two down. That's how you play shortstop, and I can say that because I played it a long time. Well done. 2 up, 2 down. Here in the third for the Hornets, and Evan Price, the batter. That's 4 in a row retired by Etchison now. Left-handed hitter is Price. And he takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. That was a beautiful dead fish by the kid who calls himself E-squared on Twitter. Check him out sometime. Wind up, and here comes the pitch. Worked him with a breaking ball away and missed. Count evens 1-1. I was so busy I didn't have time to check on a Yorktown score at the 3A regional. I hope they won. They played the early game. There's a pitch high and away. Price ahead. 2-1. Batting with the bags empty here, last of the third, 2-0, Daleville in front. Fastball just missed with it. Pittsford tried to frame it, didn't do any good. And it's 3-1. This is where you got to be careful. Don't want to crack the door and open it for anybody. Etchison winds and fires. A bullet, ball 4. 2-out pass for Evan Price. Second walk issued by Etchison. And the tying run comes to the plate in Kelton Saylor, another left-handed hitter. Saylor walked and was stranded back in the first. Big lead at first base by Price, the runner. First pitch home is a strike. Fastball on the knees. Always a good spot for a pitcher. Etchison trying to get another 0 on the board here in the third inning. Ready with the next one. Here it comes. Fouled back, out of play. Quickly 0-2. Etchison only threw 24 pitches through 2 innings. This will be the 12th one of this inning, which would mean 36 in his day. The delivery, runner bluffs, taken for a ball. Crowd did not like it, and it's 1-2. Cloudy, milky gray, overcast sky here in Carroll County. Muggy, about 75. Almost no wind. Now the runner at first goes back as the batter steps out. Saylor collects his thoughts. Now he's back in the left-handed batter's box. He's got Evan Price, his teammate, with a big lead down at first. Here's the pitch. Runner holds, slapped into center field on a line. 1 hop for Hale. Runner moves up 90 feet. 2 men on, 2 down here for the Hornets. Nice piece of hitting. That's the second time that a hitter from Rossville has just flicked his bat and gotten the head on it and gotten it down. Hornets have had a hit in every inning. They have 3 in the game now, and that brings in their cleanup man, Corbin Beard, and he is the go-ahead run at the plate with 2 away here in the third. Etchison delivers. Hit in the air. Shallow right. Peyton Smith gets out of the way. Stecker calls him off, runs over and makes the catch. And Daleville dodges a bit of a bullet here in the third inning. Rossville gets 2 men on, but they can't get him around, and they hang a bagel again. We head for the middle inning after 3 complete. In Florida, Daleville out in front of Rossville. It's 2-0 Broncos on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
This regional semifinal heads for the 4th inning here in Flora. Daleville leading Rossville 2-0 in a battle of top 10 ranked teams in 1A. Broncos have 5, 6, and 7 in their order due up here in the fourth against Kelton Sailor. It's going to be Jared Waldermeyer to lead things off. Here comes the first pitch of the inning, and it's in the dirt, ball 1. Broncos have 2 hits, make it 3 hits in the game. The big boomer was Ryan Hale's double that chased home Josh Price. Next one is high and tight. Waldermeyer is out in front, 2-0. 2 runs, 3 hits for Daleville. No runs, 3 hits for Rossville. There's a called strike. Waldermeyer taking all the way. It's 2-1. Sailor has his sign into his windup. Fastball. Called strike. 2-2. Waldermeyer, Pittsford, and Gothrop for the Broncos in the fourth inning as we move right along. Next one, hit back out of play. Still 2-2. Waldermeyer, strong right-handed hitter. Sailor into his next one. Check swing and ball in the dirt. It's a strike, but he's going to have to run to first. Beard retrieves it, throws down, and they got him. 1 down. Strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. Fourth K in the game by Sailor, and with 1 away, Ethan Pittsford is the batter. Daleville catcher. Pittsford was hit by a pitch in the second inning. No official time at bat. He looks at a fastball knee high, strike 1.
Go get it.
We'll be halfway home in this one after this half inning. Here's the windup in the fire from Sailor, 58-footer. Takes a bite out of Beard. He says, thanks, buddy. Takes a little walk, and it's 1-1. Umpire does him a favor and walks halfway to the mound to give the pitcher the ball. And now he says, give me another one. And now the catcher says, I appreciate that. I get 30 more seconds of recovery time. Catchers and umpires take care of one another back there, and rightfully so. They get beat to death back there. So Sailor has the ball that he likes, and now looking for a sign that he likes, and he's got one, and he's into his windup. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Upstairs, ball 2. Caden Gothrop getting loose in the on-deck circle. Evan Etchison in the wings behind him if they could get a runner. Here comes the pitch. Called strike. 2-2. Pittsford trying to reach for the second time. He fouls one back off the screen. Still 2-2. Daleville trying to win for the 19th time this season. Sailor winds, fires, swing and a miss. Got him. 2 down.
Now coming to the plate for the Broncos, the left fielder number 17, Caden Gothrop.
5 strikeouts by Sailor, and with 2 down, here comes Caden Gothrop. Left-handed swinger, struck out looking, or rather swinging, his first time, and there's a tapper as he tried to check his swing. Fouled over to the Daleville dugout. Sailor's done a nice job for the Hornets. 1 walk, 5 Ks, also hit a batter. Here comes the pitch. Taken. Too high, 1-1. Sailor trying to strike out the side here in the Daleville fourth. Pitch on the way. Knee high, fastball, taken for a strike, and it's 1-2. Saylor is throwing well. This game is by no means anywhere near being over. But Daleville leading 2-0 right now. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck out the side. 1, 2, 3. Gothrop on the end of that train. A half dozen Ks for Kelton Saylor of Rossville. Daleville hangs the donut. We're halfway through this one in the 1A semifinal at the regional. Daleville still out in front. 2-0 over Rossville on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Daleville still out in front as we move to the home fourth. It's Broncos 2, Rossville nothing. First pitch of the inning from Evan Etchison is a called strike to the massive Adam Terrell. 5, 6, and 7 in the Hornets batting order here in their half of the fourth. Next one is a curve, and it fools Terrell, and he's down 0-2. Evan Etchison has gone the distance for Daleville. Into his windup and the 0-2. Worked that slider and just missed away to make it 1-2. Etchison has been strong today. All tournament long he's been there. Curved him and fooled him badly for strike 3. Now the batter, Terrell, saying, that one grazed my forearm going by. And the home plate umpire saying, try selling that down the street. You're out.
For the Hornets, the third baseman, number 5, Mark Soyseth.
That goes in the book as the third strikeout for Etchison this afternoon. It brings in Mark Soyseth. And a quick timeout is Brad Scott, the Rossville coach, went down to home plate to talk with the umpire and say, are you sure my guy didn't get hit? He says, yep, let's go. Soyseth singled his first time, was thrown out trying to steal. Eddie takes a strike. You hear the fans across the way from Rossville. They've probably packed in a couple hundred folks across the way. Next pitch is upstairs, and the count evens 1-1. In a really good crowd. Considering the length of the trip for the Daleville folks, it's a good crowd today. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, nobody on here in the fourth. Fastball upstairs. That was a good take. Soyseth started his hands but stopped them. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Couple of well-coached, talented teams. It's a shame one of them's going to check out, but they are. There's a curve in the dirt. Soyseth said, I've seen that before, and it's 3-1. One of the top 10 teams in the state will be packing their gear up for the final time in about an hour, barring extra innings. And that's always a possibility. Here comes the pitch from Etchison. In tight, ball 4.
Now coming to play for the Hornets.
So 1 out walk from Mark Soyseth. 3 walks by Etchison, 3 Ks by Etchison. And with a man on and 1 away, the designated hitter, Nolan Starkey, at the plate for the Hornets, trailing 2-0. Strike called to Starkey. Popped out the first his only time today. He's 0 for 1 officially. So Seth, short lead at first. He's not going anywhere. The pitch home is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Etchison not quite as sharp today as he was Monday. But he's got his team out in front 2-0. And he has done a good job limiting any damage in the game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. It's low. Good take again by Starkey, and it's 2-1.
All right, Evan.
Evans' pitch count in this inning a little higher. That's probably by design. I told you the second time through they got him last year, and this is the second time through. Throw to first, runner back diving. Etchison threw 15 pitches in the first, 9 in the second, 14 in the third. This will be his 13th of the inning already with only 1 away. So they're going to try to wear him down a little bit. Another throw to first, runner back diving. There is a little strategy to this game we've been playing for 150 years. 2 balls and a strike to Nolan Starkey. Mark Soyseth at first. He bluffs. Next one, a swing and a miss. Big swing. Etchison threw the gas right by him. That might have been his best fastball of the day to make it 2-2. Said, hit it if you can. He couldn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hornets trailing this one 2-0 midway through the contest. Etchison's pitch. Worked him way upstairs, nothing doing, and it's full. We'll see if they start the runner with 1 out here. I don't think they will. They don't. And there's a swing and a miss. Etchison blew a bullet past Starkey. 2 down. That was a really good at bat for Etchison. Really pitched him well. And now 2 away for Gabe Grizzle, the 8-hole hitter who popped out to second his first time. He represents the tying run. And he takes a strike at the top of the zone. Etchison seems to have caught some second wind here in the last couple hitters. A little more giddy up on that fastball. He's cut it loose a couple times. 0-1 the count to Grizzle. Pitch on the way. Fouled back, defensive swing, and it's quickly 0-2. Etchison would love to get the punch out here and shut him down again in the 4th. He's hung nothing but donuts so far today. Soyseth not going. Pitch is way upstairs. Grizzle wasn't chasing, and it's 1-2. Etchison a pitch away from striking out the side himself. Here in the home 4th. Has his sign set at the chest. Brings it home. Worked a breaking ball. Too low. Count 2-2. I think if he throws him another mustard-covered fastball, he's going to blow him away. Grizzle hasn't caught up to it all day. Etchison has his sign from Pittsford, brings it home, throws the gas, just missed low. Groans from the Daleville side, and it's full. So the runner will be going here with 2 down and a full count. Soyseth will put on his track shoes. He's got a good size lead anyway. Here's the pitch. Popped up near home plate, over into the dugout. Pittsford chasing. He has room. He's got it. Pittsford with a tough chance, and he makes a nice play, and that ends the inning in the 4th for Rossville. No runs, a walk, couple of strikeouts, They leave a man at first base. They have left 5 in the game. They hang another 0. We go to the 5th inning. Daleville out in front of Rossville here in Flora. It's the Broncos 2, the Hornets nothing on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's condition. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ballpark. We move to the top of the 5th inning in the second semifinal in this 1A regional at Flora. Carroll High School, Daleville 2, Rossville nothing. The number 6 Broncos out in front of the number 8 Hornets. Here in the 5th inning for Daleville, 8-9-1 in their batting order. Evan Etchison to lead off, then Jimmy Bowen and Josh Price. First pitch is a 58-foot fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Etchison grounded back to the mound, a 1-6-3 double play to end the 2nd inning. Sailors still going strong for the Hornets. Next one is lifted toward right center field. That might fall into no man's land, and it is down for a parachute base hit. Etchison got just enough of it in just the right spot. He has his first knock of the day, and that brings in Jimmy Bowen, and I'll bet the farm he's going to be bunting. Courtesy running down at first base is J.T. Nelson. So Etchison will get off his feet, get some shade here in the 5th inning.
All right, Jimmy.
Jimmy Bowen,
Move him now.
strikeout victim his only time, went down swinging. Back in the 3rd inning. Left-hand hitter, throw to first, runner back. Sailor from the set has his sign, batter squares, infielders charge, and it's a high ball. One ball and no strikes. So he's set, the third baseman, 15 feet in front of the bag and charging. Slowing away for ball 2. Eventually he'll be able to shake hands if he keeps chipping away. He's a good 20 feet in on the grass. Watch out if he's swinging. Squaring, taking another ball, and it's 3-0. Well, you can either bunt or you can walk. And you can move him either way. And with a 3-0 count, Jimmy Bowen better be taken. I bet he will. Shows bunt. Squares, comes back, called strike on the fastball.
All right, Jimmy.
Sailor trying to keep his team in the game. Hornets trail Daleville 2-0 here in the 5th. Broncos have a threat again, and they bunt. This one's in the air, nearly by the mound. He'll throw down to second, and they got him on a nice play. The bunt was very hard. It nearly line drive the pitcher. Sailor came down, forehanded and fired down to second. And that's out number 1. Score that 1-6 down at second base. Bowen will be at first with 1 away. That brings up Josh Price. single, ground out, run scored. He's had a busy day. Daleville tries to get some insurance here in the 5th. Price takes away ball 1. Price has done what you want your leadoff man to do. He has worked deep counts both times today. 7 pitches his first time, 6 his second time. He takes upstairs, and he's quickly ahead 2-0. Nelson, the runner down at first base. Long pause by Saylor. He'll spin and throw to first, and again the runner back. No problem. We'll see if anything is on for the Broncos. That's a good size lead at first. Saylor will throw over again. The downside of it is the fence parallels the foul line. So if you throw the ball away, it's almost a +2 with a good runner over there. Pitch comes home. Price takes a strike. And as a runner, once you're in his head, he can't devote 100% of his attention to the hitter, and that's a good thing for your team. About a 12-foot lead over there at first. Pitch comes home. Price grounds it down the first baseline. It's going to be a hit. The first baseman didn't come to get it for some reason. The second baseman had to come way over, and no one could get him, and that's an infield hit.
Go, Max.
Second knock of this inning for the Broncos. They have 2 men on and 1 away, and a trip to the mound and a conference for Rossville. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Daleville out in front, 2-0. Winner of this game will take on Union City tonight for a trip to the Final Four next weekend. And Terry Turner is going to have a quick chat with Max Stecker as the entire Rossville infield meets on the mound. So they've talked their strategy on the red and white side, and we're about set to resume.
Shortstop number 10, Max Stecker.
Etchison singled to start this. A forced play at second wiped out his courtesy runner, but they've got Bowen at second and Price at first. First pitch home is a strike. Stecker in an 0-1 hole.
Come on now, Max. Get one in the zone now.
Thanks for joining us today. We've got a fantastic game. This one was instant classic territory on paper. It's lived up to the billing. Here's a bunt. Popped up. Diving attempt by the pitcher. Did he get it? No. It hit the ground, and everybody is safe. First base umpire is saying safe. Wow. Not sure what that's about. Are they going to call it a clean catch and a double play? Wow, they are. Unbelievable. Price gets doubled off first. Wow. Unreal. Well, just that fast, this inning is over. Maybe the umpire at first was trying to signal down. I don't know. Wouldn't have made any sense. We'll unwrap it for you as we come back. After 4.5 innings, Daleville out in front of Rossville. 2-0 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. In fact, 30 of the 32 first-round picks in last year's NFL draft played more than one sport in high school. Of the 32 players drafted, 22 also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. What's the path to success for high school school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be? Study hard, always do your best, and if you can, play more than one sport in high school. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the game. First pitch is a ground ball to short. Stecker throws over to Bowen, and one pitch, one away. Here in the Hornets half of inning number 5, that was Ben Radke grounding out. That rolls over the order to the leadoff man, Dawson Jacoby. And they did call that bunt. Caught on a fly. The pitcher, Saylor, dived and apparently caught it. Got up through to first, doubled off the runner, double play, and now here we are in the home 5th in a 2-0 game. First pitch to Dawson Jacoby is a bullet of a fastball for a called strike. Both starters have gone the distance for their teams in this one. Etchison ready. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled back out of play. Quickly 0-2. Etchison has scattered 3 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks. A typical Etchison game. Next one over the head of Jacoby, buzzed the tower. It's 1-2.
All right, Evan.
Should this score hold up, we will bring you the championship game tonight as well. Here comes the next one. Popped up. Infield. Left side. The shortstop comes over. Takes charge. Makes the catch in front of Waldermeyer. And that's 2 away. That brings up Evan Price.
All right, Evan.
Been on base both times today. Singled in the first, walked in the third. Left-handed hitter. Etchison working quickly. And he fires a fastball outside, ball 1. Daleville out in front, 2-0 here. Pitch on the way. Weak swing and a miss. 1-1. Don't want to jinx him, but Etchison has not allowed a run in the postseason. This is his 3rd start in the state tournament. He's ready with the next one. Here it comes. Swing, miss. 1-2. Took something off and badly fooled Price. Etchison trying to shut off the tap here in the Rossville 5th. He winds and fires. Foul ball back to the screen as Price just stayed alive. He's one of those flick the bat kind of guys. It's how he got his hit. It's how he fouled the pitch off. Etchison ahead, 1-2. Struck him out. Got down to the ground. They'll have to throw him out, and they do. That's a strikeout. And 2-3 on the put out. And that does it here in the Hornets half of inning number 5. They go quietly again. No runs, no hits, no errors. Couple of strikeouts. Daleville in the driver's seat. We go to the 6th inning here in Flora. Daleville 2, Rossville nothing on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
It's Daleville out in front of Rossville, 2-0 as we move to the top of the 6th inning. The sun has come out for the first time today here in Flora. That's got to be a good omen. 3, 4, and 5 for the Bronx with the CS Bombers. Ryan Hale, Peyton Smith, Jared Waltermeyer. Hale ducks the first one, ball 1. Ryan popped out, drove in a run with a booming double. 1 out of 2 day for the big senior. Here comes the next one to him. Swinging in the air down the right field line, but well back out of play. If he leaves a fastball over the inner half, Hale just might turn on it. Almost no wind here today. The outfield for the Hornets playing him straight away and pretty deep. And that's a good idea, that deep part. Kelton Saylor has gone the distance for Rossville. He's pitched a fine game. Here comes his next one. Fastball, low and away. Hale out in front, 2-1. Hale ready, Saylor ready. Winds and fires. Ripped in the air. Right center field. It's going to be off the wall on the fly. Here comes Hale to second. Stop sign held up by Terry Turner. And it's another double for Ryan Hale. Nearly hit that one out of the park. Second straight double for Ryan Hale. And the leadoff man is in scoring position for Peyton Smith and the Broncos here in the 6th inning as they already lead 2-0. Chance for a big run producing inning here with the meat of the order in there. Hale with a decent lead at second base. Smith, 1 out of 2 in the game, and now Smith steps out briefly. Peyton doubled and got stranded in the first, flied to center in the third. Here's the pitch to him. Chopper of a ground ball to third. It's a foul ball. Good call by the plate umpire, as Soyseth came in near the edge of the cutout and backhanded the ball a couple feet foul. That is the home plate umpire's call until it passes the bag. And well done that time by the umpiring crew. 0-1 to Smith. Hale a good size lead at second base. 2-0 game, Broncos out in front. Throw to second, Hale back diving.
All right, Peyton, get ready.
Good crowd on hand here at the park. Good crowd online listening today. Thanks one and all for loaning your ears to us for a while. Daleville trying to get some insurance in the 6th. Smith takes a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pete Smith. Ryan Hale at second. Smith is a home run threat. Good power. He takes in the dirt. Hale holds. And the count goes to 2-1. That was a really nice play by Beard behind the plate for Rossville. Those short hoppers are easy to handle, but that one was an in-between hop that he knocked down on a curved ball in the dirt. That was well done. 2 balls and a strike to Smith. He steps out again, taking his time. Now he's back in the box. Saylor looks in for a sign from Beard. He's got it. Looks back at Hale. Now he's ready. Brings it home. Smith takes a strike. 2-2. Pete's hit a couple of homers this year. He's been red hot. Hit 700 in the sectional. That's Mr. Gaudy for sure. Here comes the pitch home. Wrapped. Right side, down for a hit. Hale will come to third. Hit the brakes on the stop sign on a clean single by Peyton Smith. and runners are on the corners here in the 6th. Big things working now for Daleville. First 2 men are aboard on a double and single. They're on the corners. Jared Waltermeyer is the batter with a chance to break it open. Also with home run power. A couple of years ago, TJ Price hit a ball on the football field. Boy, you wouldn't give the whole house for that again if you could get it. Smith a big lead at first. He stays. Ooh, swing and a miss. Waltermeyer was thinking 3-run shot. He chased the ball up out of the zone. 0-1. Danger here for Kelton, Saylor, and Rossville. Next one, a check swing, a called strike, and it's 0-2. Waltermeyer has driven in 27 runs this year. He's got a chance for a couple more here with men on the corners and nobody out in a 2-0 game with Daleville already in front. Here's the pitch. Takes in the dirt. Good stop again by the catcher Beard to make it 1-2. What you don't need here is a ground ball. You'd take a strikeout because that only takes 1 out down on a good aggressive swing. There's a tapper, shortstop, slow roller. He's going to go to first with it. He doesn't get him. The first baseman drops the throw. Hale was going to come home and score anyway, and he does. But the first baseman, Terrell, dropped the throw. Wow. If you're going to assign an error, that has to be on the first baseman. That throw is right on the money. As it is, Daleville has its 3rd run of the game. Hale comes home. Smith moves to second. Waltermeyer safe at first. And Ethan Pittsford is the Daleville batter. Nothing out of 1 with a strikeout. He was also hit by a pitch. Let's see what they do with him this time.
Come on, Ethan.
Really a turning point in the game. If you're the Hornets, you don't want to get down any more than 3. Daleville with a chance for a big crooked number here in the 6th inning. Pitch comes home. Batter squares, takes high, ball 1. Smith at second, Waltermeyer at first. Daleville out in front, 3-0. They're a couple innings away from going to the regional final. This one popped back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're Daleville, you want to get a bunch here. Pitch on the way, shortens again, throws it over the catcher. It's going to be a wild pitch, and both runners are going to move up 90 feet. Daleville fans love that.
That on ball, Ethan.
So 2-1 the count now to Pittsford. The reason you want to get a bunch here is because the Hornets have 3, 4, and 5 due up in their half of the 6th. If you could get a couple more here, you just might put it on ice. But 3-0 might not be enough. And now you got a chance for 2 more on nothing more than a single. Pittsford, the batter, men at second and third. Still nobody out. Big swing, nice healthy cut, foul back to the screen. He was right on that, just under it. This has been a Daleville inning. Double, single, error. Here comes the next one. Breaking ball, good take, low and away, and the count runs full. Even a deep fly ball would get you a run on a sacrifice fly here. Big pitch in the game coming up right here. Saylor taking his time, and now the batter asks for time as it was taking a while. Pittsford steps out briefly. Broncos Zeb Peyton Smith at third. Jared Waltermeyer at second. Ethan Pittsford in the right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch to him. Pops it up. That's going to be trouble down the left field line. It's going to be just foul. as it falls in no man's land. If that's 15 feet closer to the line, that's a bloop double and a couple runs, but just a strike, and we'll have another 3-2 pitch from Kelton Saylor to Ethan Pittsford. This is as lush a natural grass field as I've ever seen. The ball just gets swallowed by the grass here. Here comes the pitch. It's upstairs, ball 4, and the bags are loaded. Only the second walk by Saylor, and we've got a courtesy runner. It's going to be Blaine Tighe again. They just called him Tiggy upstairs. I can assure you it's Tighe. So the bags are juiced with no one out in the Daleville 6th inning. Broncos 3, Hornets nothing. Trip to the mound. We'll see if they decide to make a pitching change here in the 6th inning. Daleville got 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 1 so far here in the 6th as they decide what to do with Caden Gothrop, the next Daleville batter. Saylor is going to stay on the mound for the Hornets. They're going to ride him as far as they can go. Daleville, one big swing away from putting some wrapping paper on this one, most likely.
Come on, Caden.
Hornets are going to have 2 more shots, and as I said, 3, 4, 5 in the bottom half of this inning. But Daleville with a run home already and the bags loaded, no one out for Gothrop, who has struck out twice, swinging both times. Saylor will go from the stretch and not the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big situation for the freshman. Left-handed hitter. Do you squeeze here maybe? He's hitting away. Little line drive. Second baseman catches. Throws it by the first baseman. Man's going to come home to score. Smith will score. Next man hits the brakes at third. It's 4-0 Daleville. The second baseman made a nice play to come in and catch it on a line, but he tried to double off Pittsford and threw it by down the line. Smith comes in. Wow. Boy, was that a mess.
Come on, Evan.
Etchison, the hitter, takes one upstairs. So after all that mess, you've got runners at second and third for Daleville. And Etchison trying to do more damage. Lined into left center field, base hit, 1 run in. Here comes the next man. They'll hold him up. He had to play it safely. And Daleville tacks another one on the board. 5-0 Broncos. RBI for Evan Etchison. They'll run for him. Nelson, the pinch runner for Etchison, courtesy runner technically. Still 1 away. So Hale, Smith, and Waltermeyer have scored. And now a second trip to the inning, and that will mean you have to take the pitcher out. They're going to make a change on the Rossville side of the diamond. We'll take the break with them. We're still in the Daleville 6th, only 1 out. And the Broncos lead this one 5-0 as Kelton Saylor gets a nice hand on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Daleville has chased the Rossville starter, Kelton Saylor, here in the 6th inning. And coming on to pitch for the Hornets, left-hander Evan Price. 5 1/3 innings in the books for Saylor, at least 5 runs. He's responsible for the other 2 runners right now. 1 out, top of the 6th inning, 5-0 Daleville lead here as they threaten to blow it wide open. They've got the crooked number. Now you want to get greedy and get more. Saylor pitched a really nice game for the Hornets. Now the left-hander, Price, will come on in relief. Someone needs to get a photograph of the kids out behind right center field. I don't know what they're on, but they're watching the game from the knothole gang. And now we've got a pinch hitter for Daleville here. In the 6th inning, it's going to be Grant Bowles. Pinch hitting for Jimmy Bowen. Right-hander from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Takes in the dirt, ball 1. Bowles seeing his first action of the game. Pinch hitting here in the 6th inning. Daleville out in front now, 5-0. Still just 1 out. Tapper foul up the third baseline.
Watch that arm, Coach. Watch that arm. Come on now, Grant.
Broncos have 3 runs this inning on 3 hits. Let's see if they can get more against Price. Here's the pitch from him. Runner at first is going. Throw down is going to be not in time to get him. Stolen base for JT Nelson.
All right, now, Grant. Come on. 2 more runs. Go, Grant.
2-1 count now to Grant Bowles. 2nd and 3rd, 1 away in the Daleville 6th inning, leading by 5. Smelling more. Ground ball towards short. Infield was in. They looked the runners back and throw to first. They got him. 6-3 put out is out number 2. Runners had to freeze. And the leadoff man, Josh Price, will bat with 2 on and 2 away here in inning number 6. Good game for Price. Ground out, single with a run scored, single. 2 out of 3. And a chance to do real damage here with 2 away in inning number 6. A base hit here would almost certainly get you 2 more. Here's the pitch to him. Ball outside. So, Price versus Price. Evan Price on the mound, Josh Price at the plate. Now they're just going to walk him intentionally. That brings in Max Stecker. Walk, strikeout, pop out. Runs scored today for Max. Now bright sunshine. We have some blue sky here now after a day of gray. Stecker first pitch hitting right by Terry Turner, right into my lap. How about a souvenir? Nothing doing. 0-1 to Stecker. Here's the pitch. Chopper toward third. It's going to be room service as Soyseth catches it and just steps on third for the final out of the inning. But Daleville bats around here in the 6th inning, and they lead by a bunch now. We go to the last of the 6th inning. Daleville 5, Rossville nothing on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. You stay right there.
He worked out early, practiced late, and studied well into the night. The next day, he did it all over again.
She missed time hanging out and socializing with friends so she could make it on time to practices and games.
He became a top student and a confident leader, even as he helped his team win back-to-back conference titles.
She became a role model in her community, even as she led her team to an undefeated season.
And when they finished playing high school sports, what did they do next?
She graduated from college with honors and went to work for a successful company.
He attended graduate school and became a difference maker in his community.
Because that's what student athletes in Indiana do. They use the skills they develop playing high school sports today
to do even bigger things in life tomorrow.
High school sports.
A winning part of a complete education.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Daleville now has a comfortable lead after that 3 spot in the 6th. It's a 5-0 Broncos advantage, but this is the inning for the Hornets. 3, 4, and 5 in their batting order. If they don't get something here, it's going to be real tough. In the 7th, Kelton Saylor, Corbin Beard, Adam Terrell due up here for the Hornets in the home 6th. Saylor began the day as the pitcher. He has walked and singled. Evan Etchison still on the mound for Daleville, and he starts him with a fastball away, ball 1. Hornets need a crooked inning in the worst way right here. Number 8 trailing number 6 in the coach's poll. Fastball, knee high, taken for a strike. 1-1. Etchison has gone the distance. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside, 2-1. Said the other day, Etchison is starting to look like Brandon Vermillion did in that great run in 2016 where he just got people out over and over and over. Next one lifted toward right center field. Hale on the run. He drops it. Looking into the sun, he drops it. Man headed for second is going to be safe. And that might be the break you're looking for if you're Rossville. Hale was there. Should have caught it. Dropped it. Got to be a 2-base error.
All right. Sorry, brother. All right. Not a thing.
Man at second, nobody out. That brings in Corbin Beard, the Rossville catcher.
Let's get that batter.
Etchison looks at the runner, brings it home. Fastball, strike. Evans pretty unflappable. He just looked out and said, we're all right. Don't worry about it. We'll get him. 0-1. Here's the pitch to Beard. Tapper, foul at the plate. 0-2. No one in the park feels worse about that than Ryan Hale, I can tell you that. And I wouldn't want to face him the next time because he's playing mad now. No balls, 2 strikes. In the air, toward Price in right field, it slices. He's got a catch. Runner tagging. Here comes the play to third. They're going to get him there. Sliding safely. Saylor advances on the fly to right field. Good offense, good defense. 1 away. Adam Terrell with a chance for his team's first run with a man at third. Terrell has struck out twice, once each way. looking the last time when Etchison froze him like a popsicle with a curveball. This guy is big, and I mean B-I-G. First pitch, line drive, left center field, base hit. Run comes home to score to make it a 5-1 contest. Terrell reaches out, flicks it into left field on the line. He gets the single and the run batted in. Sailor is home. Now you've got a courtesy runner for Terrell. We'll catch a number and a name for you momentarily. So Sailor scores. There goes your shutout. So an error opens the door. Hornets get on the board. Mark Soyseth, the batter, with a runner at first and one down. In a 5-1 game now. Soyseth ready. He takes a strike at the top of the zone. Soyseth is 1 out of 1. He singled, got caught stealing, and then walked. He's had a busy day. 0-1 the count to him. Pitch on the way. Line driving the crowd across the way again in the same spot. Hope everybody was paying attention.
Come get him, Evan. Come get him.
0-2.
All right, Evan. Right now.
Etchison could use a strikeout right here. Now he's on the rubber. Looks in for a sign from Pittsford. Nods. Comes set at the chest. Brings it home. Fastball too high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I believe that's Ronan Green running down at first base for Rossville. Now time called at the plate. It is Ronan Green running at first base. Everybody back where they belong. Etchison looking for the out. 1-2 pitch. Curbs him. Grounded towards second slowly. They'll go down to short for 1. Relay to first is not in time, but they get the lead man on a nice play. 4-6 on the put out. Smith to Stecker. Soyseth legs it out on the fielder's choice, and with 2 down, Nolan Starkey is the batter. He's the designated hitter.
All right, Evan, get this guy.
Strikeout, pop out. 0 for 2 in the game. Right-hand hitter. First pitch swinging, fouls it back out of play. Daleville still with a comfortable lead, and how big do those 3 insurance runs look right now? It would be 2-1. Now it's 5-1. Score when you can. Off-speed pitch, slapped back out of play. Good spoil by Starkey, but he's in an 0-2 hole. Etchison a pitch away from working out of it here in the 6th inning. Runner at first. He's holding. Bullet just missed on the outer edge. 1-2. Daleville crowd thought it was strike 3. And in all honesty, Etchison might have thought so too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Etchison going after the hitter. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back off the mask of the catcher. It'll stay 1-2. $85 pitches in the game for Etchison. This will be number 86 unofficially. Chance to get a strikeout. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball, right side to the first baseman. He says, I'll take it myself. Jimmy Bowen does the honors unassisted. And that's it for Rossville here in their half of the 6th inning. They scratch out a run, a hit, an error. They leave a man on base. They've left 6 in the contest. We go to the 7th inning. Daleville 5, Rossville 1 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
It's Daleville 5, Rossville 1 as we head to the 7th inning here on Beaver Media from Flora, Indiana, Carroll High School. Great having you along this afternoon. Championship game here tonight. If Daleville can hold on for one more inning, the Broncos, fresh off a 3-run 6th, will start the 7th with Ryan Hale. Broncos batted around in the 6th inning. So it's Hale, Smith, and Waltermeyer. And Ryan takes one in under his feet for ball 1. Hale with a double, and a pop out. An RBI, a run scored. He's had an eventful afternoon. Evan Price into the pitch. Line shot on a hop to short. Should be easy work, and it's across in time. And that's out number 1. Well done by Jacoby to Terrell.
The second baseman,
That brings in Peyton Smith. Peyton playing second base today. A double, a single, a run scored, flied out to center. He's 2 out of 3. Batting with no one on here in the 7th. Daleville can hold on. They'll play Union City tonight for the championship. Deep drive, left field. It's in the air. It might go. It's going to be gone! Home run! Peyton Smith. Daleville leads 6-0. Peyton Smith, 3rd homer of the year. His RBI gives him 28 on the season. And that was a no-doubter. Sat on that first pitch and peeled it.
Now coming to the plate for the Broncos.
Wow. I told you earlier he has home run power. His 3rd long ball. Now another ripped shot to left field. This one's going to be caught on a great play going back on the fly. Douglas ran it down. That should have and could have and most days would have been a double, but he outran the ball and made a great catch with his back to the infield. Fantastic play on a drive by Jared Waltermeyer. One of the better defensive plays we've seen in either game today. 2 down, bags empty for Ethan Pittsford. He takes outside, ball 1. Pittsford has been on twice. He got hit by a pitch. He also walked, and he struck out. Next one on the way is in the dirt. 2-0. Evan Price pitching now for Rossville in relief of Kelton Saylor. The Hornet starter went 5 1/3. Pitched a pretty good game. Just not good enough today. Next one, an off-speed pitch, tapped foul. Pittsford was way out front. 2 balls and a strike. Saw TJ Price in the crowd before the game, and we were reminiscing about his football field home run 2 years ago. Here comes the next one. It's up and away for a ball, and the count is 3-1. Those were halcyon days. 2016 postseason for Daleville. They just seemingly did almost everything right on their way to a state championship. 3 balls and a strike to Pittsford. Here comes the pitch. fouls it straight back. Good battle here between Pittsford and Evan Price of Rossville. 5-1 game. And if you look ahead to the 7th inning, 8-9-1 in the batting order. And there's ball 4 to Pittsford, and he's got a free pass. Second straight walk to him. That brings in Caden Gothrop unless we have a pinch hitter. And it is going to be Gothrop. Courtesy runner at first is going to be Blaine Tighe.
Number 17, Caden Gothrop.
Gothrop has had a tough day at the plate. 2 strikeouts and a line out that turned into trouble on the bases. He takes a high strike. That one was about as high as you're going to see a strike. Caden had squared and looked at him like, are you kidding me? Hey, it's getting hot. The sun's out. 0-1. Lifted in the air down the right field line in no man's land. They're not. Did he get it? Diving attempt in right field. He caught it. Great catch out in right field. Rodkey came on, dived, and just got it before it got to the ground. 2 gold star plays defensively for Rossville. Here in the 7th inning, and they need every bit of it. Good hand from the crowd. They appreciate good baseball. Broncos get a run on a Peyton Smith home run. No errors. They leave a man at first base. Almost time to put the ice out. It's Daleville 6, Rossville 1. We move to the bottom of the 7th next on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. First pitch of the 7th inning is a slow roller to second. Smith charges, bare hands, throws out. Gabe Grizzle, 1 down on another nice defensive play. That's 1 away here in the home half of the 7th, and that means Rossville is down to its last 2 outs. Ben Rodkey, his 3rd time battling Evan Etchison today. Ground out, check swing, strikeout, 0 for 2. Hard smash through the right side into right field. That's a base hit. A clean single. Nice piece of hitting by Ben Rodkey. And a 1-out hit. And they're not done just yet across the way. This is way too good a team to put to bed yet. They get a couple more runners. Things are going to get interesting. Runner at first, 1 away. That rolls over the top of the order. Dawson Jacoby is the batter. Etchison from the stretch. Daleville leading 6-1. Here comes the pitch. Bunt attempt. He went. It's a strike. Runner bluffed in his back. Nothing out of 3 today for Dawson Jacoby. He has flied out, grounded out, and popped out. He has teammate Ben Rodkey at first, but they trail by 5 here in the 7th, and now he asks time. Plate umpire says, go ahead. Now Jacoby is ready and back in there. Etchison looking in for a sign from Pittsford. Evans pitched another great game. Here comes his next one. Chopper toward third. Could be 2. Down to second. It's short hop Smith. It was a wide throw, and everybody is safe. That's going to be a throwing error by the third baseman, Waldermeyer. And I said you can't put him to bed just yet, and you can't. Bad throw, great pick down there by Smith to keep it from going into right field. 2 on, 1 away. Evan Price, the hitter. A single in 2 trips with a walk. Now men at first and second with 1 away. Hornets trying to rally. Swing and a miss. Etchison closing in on 100 pitches today. You'll trade a run for an out anytime here now. Here comes the next delivery. Towards short. It bad hops Stecker into left field. 1 run is going to score. And don't go to bed just yet on Rossville. They scratch out a run, and it's 6-2. Stecker probably should have made that play. I will score it a hit.
Let's go. Shake it off.
6-2 the game. Single and an RBI for Evan Price, and things get interesting now because the tying run is in the on-deck circle in a 6-2 game in the 7th. Kelton Saylor, the batter. He takes a strike. 6-2 game. Men at first and second, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. Daleville 6, Rossville 2. There's a pitch in the dirt. Great block by Pittsford. It hit him right in the grill. 1-1 the count. Since that inning opening ground out, it's been single, error, single, and we'll see what happens here. Pitch on the way. Fouled back out of play. 1-2. Ground ball could get you a double play and end the game if it's hit hard and right at someone in the middle infield. Etchison's pitch. Ground ball toward first. Backhanded, but foul. Jimmy Bowen with a slick pickup over there. Just a strike. And still 1-2 to Kelton Saylor. These are the most dangerous hitters in the Rossville batting order, so Evan Etchison is going to have to earn it. Has a 4-run cushion right now. Saylor ready. Etchison ready. Here it is. Fly ball. Shallow center. Hale on his horse. He's got room and he'll make the play. He squeezes it. 2 down. You hear the Daleville faith. They're an out away from going to the regional championship game in 2017. Corbin Beard is the last hope for the Rossville Hornets. 0 for 3. 2 flyouts and a pop-up. The Daleville fans come to their feet. They're hungry. This team knocked them out last year. They're trying to turn the tables in 2018. Fastball, bullet, taken for a knee-high strike. Etchison trying to finish off another complete game beauty. 2 strikes away from doing it. Beard with men at first and second, last of the 7th inning. Line drive, right center field. Price has it go by him on a bad hop. 1 run home. Here comes another man at third. They're going to put on the brakes there. And it's a 6-3 game. Wow. Unbelievable. That ball came down and took a right turn on Price. It's an RBI single for Beard. That brings in a courtesy runner. And the batter will be Adam Terrell. Third hit of the 7th inning by Rossville. And they've got the tying run at the plate in Adam Terrell. Excitement here. Etchison got him to check his swing on a curve in the dirt. Strike one. Hornets have made it interesting here. Men on the corners, 2 down. Terrell, strikeout, strikeout. RBI single, 1 out of 3. Can Etchison get him here? Pitch on the way. Hit him. Bags loaded. Hold the phone.
Now coming to the plate for the Hornets, the third baseman, number 5, Mark Soyseth.
Bags loaded. And now we'll have a conference on the Daleville mound here in the bottom of the 7th inning. If you're just tuning in, you picked the right time. Daleville had a 6-1 lead starting the bottom of the 7th. It's now 6-3. And the bases are loaded for the Hornets with 2 outs. Evan Etchison has gone the distance on the mound. They're around him now, a little conference out there. Mark Soyseth is the hitter for the Hornets. He's the 8th batter of the inning. So with their backs to the wall, someone shook the hive once too often, and the Hornets have rallied here. They've scored all their runs in the last 2 innings. A grand slam, I hate to say, would end the game and end Daleville's season. The upside is, this is a pretty small guy, and you've got to force out anywhere with bags loaded and 2 down in a 6-3 game. You hear the drama in the crowd. Etchison will stay in the stretch. Swing and a miss. Threw it right by him. 0-1. Soyseth has singled, walked, reached on a fielder's choice. Officially 1 out of 2. Daleville 2 strikes away from advancing. Etchison pitches. It's in the dirt. Good take by Soyseth to make it 1-1. Evan is probably tiring. He's well over 100 pitches now. 1 ball, 1 strike with the bags loaded. Here comes the pitch. Softly lined over the mound. Stecker charges, fields, fires. Got him! Game over. Daleville holds on and survives a wild 7th inning. And they win this game and advance to tonight's championship game. The final score here in Flora. Daleville 6. Rossville 3. We'll take a quick break. Back to recap it briefly after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son. So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who do you meet? When you're working for a mover and shaker with strong ties to our community, who are they? When you encounter a group of people eager to roll up their sleeves, who are you most likely to work with? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Taking the initiative, being a good teammate, sacrificing personal glory for the greater good. These are qualities we expect of our leaders, and they're all being cultivated in the high schools right here in Indiana. Question: so where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer: high school sports.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract, but that's simply not true. In fact, 30 of the 32 first-round picks in last year's NFL draft played more than one sport in high school. Of the 32 players drafted, 22 also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. What's the path to success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be? Study hard. Always do your best. And if you can, play more than one sport in high school. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players. The terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to Flora. Daleville is going on to the championship game of this regional. They hold on an exciting seventh inning when Rossville brought not only the tying run, but the go-ahead and game-winning run to the plate. And Daleville holds on in a squeaker of sorts and wins 6-3. 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, 7 left on base for the Broncos. 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 9 left on base by Rossville. Evan Etchison will earn the complete game victory. He moves to 9-2 on the season. Walked 3, struck out 5, hit a batter. Unofficially 104 pitches thrown today by Evan Etchison. Game moves Daleville now to the championship game tonight at 7:30. They will take on Union City. And they would really like to get another win tonight and make it an even 20 for the year. Broncos are 19-9 now. Hornets drop and go out of 2018 with a record of 18-11. Brad Scott has a good ball club and a good program, and they are a force to be reckoned with every time you run into them. And they are an underclassman-dominated team over there. And don't be surprised if they're in the regional again in 2019 because they're that good. So Daleville's going to the championship game tonight. And if Union City wins, it ought to be the movie of the week because their seniors had to go back home to graduate this afternoon and will be headed back over here to Florida to play tonight. So how do you like them apples? If you're a Daleville fan, you like them a lot because it wasn't pretty in the end, but Daleville had enough to hold on and get the job done. Game took 3 hours and 3 minutes to play, and a very good crowd here saw a good game, an instant classic in 1A regional action this afternoon. I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. We'll have the pregame show tonight at 7:20 or thereabouts. First pitch scheduled for 7:30 from here in Flora, Indiana. until then, for all of us at Beaver Media, I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. Come back tonight. Final score for the final time today. Number 6, Daleville 6. Number 8, Rossville 3. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you tonight, everybody.